Hi, my name is Jackson, and today I will be talking about some interactions in organizations that have problems, and I will be talking about the Republican and Democrat Party and how both struggle to communicate well with each other, and how both parties most of the time attack each other when they're on public platforms like CNN and Fox and NBC and CBS and those news organizations. For starters, an example of that would be Trump coming after Hunter Biden, who is Biden's son, all because he didn't win the election and to make himself look better. And to me, you see this a lot in politics and in organizations that need unity within each other to get things done, especially in politics where you need votes from both parties to be able to pass a bill or a tariff or something like that. And it comes down to leadership, and I think that the leader needs to take control in the situation and almost move on from it, because the way that we communicate with each other now is not going to get us anywhere, especially when countries are improving and we are losing our spot as the #1 country. The problem that they have is they can't come to agreements. They both are set on what they believe, and instead of fixing problems like gun situation that has been a problem for the past decade with multiple mass killings, and both parties can agree that this should not be happening and that we need more rules to come into place to limit these and eventually get rid of them. But the biggest issue with that is the way we communicate is the start to improving that. And what I mean by that is we can't be attacking each other thinking that we're going to get things done by making someone else look bad and pointing fingers at someone else. In terms of unity, we need to move on from that, especially in politics and in this country where we are the United States of America. But right now it seems you're either right or you left, and it's almost embarrassing how it looks, especially with the riots and the Capitol Hill raid. It's almost a joke, and I think that it all comes down to communication and how the parties interact with each other. In terms of how they can fix that, I think it comes from the leader. This kind of reminds me of the member-leader theory, and how the leader needs to take control and kind of put a stop to this. You also saw the interactions with each other especially when Trump won his presidency, that the Democrat Party did not like it, and so they indicted him, made him look bad, and tried to even get him out of office. And you see that today with the Republican Party almost trying to get back at the Democrat Party, doing the same thing for Biden, and saying that both elections were fraud. And to me, that doesn't help any situation or help anyone in that matter, besides making that themselves look better. And at the end of the day, it might make them look a little bit better, but it makes us as a country and as a group and an organization look worse. So I think that we need to, as a country and as a group of humans, need to move on and become more united. And it, like I said earlier, it comes from the leader. I think that the leader needs to step in and help out in any way he can by complimenting both parties and not just favoriting, even though they are a part of that party, favoriting that side, but trying to connect each party so that way we can get things done better than how they are, instead of just bashing each other on social media platforms and other news organization platforms that they can. And I think, like I said, it starts from the leader, to take charge and say, hey, this is not what we're going to do. This is not getting things done. We need to move on from what is going on and this cohesion we have with each other and become more united. And that comes from talking with each other, learning what their problems they have right now is and how the Democrats and Republicans can work together to fix these problems civilly and respectfully. Respect is something, in my opinion, that goes a far way and can get you places that you need, get things done that you need to get done. And in terms of respect, it comes from both parties, and someone needs to start and be the leader, which in my opinion should be the president, to say that enough is enough and it is time that both parties respect who they are and what they have accomplished and move forward as a country and gain unity with each other. So like I said, I think that the bashing, such as Trump bashing Hillary Clinton for saying how she was responsible for multiple deaths due to her possibly deleting emails and her sending people to foreign countries to fight a war. Whether that might be the case or not, it shouldn't be publicized. It should be, there's some things that, like an example would be locker room talk, where it stays in-house and doesn't get publicized to where every other foreign leader and country can see. I think that the way that they act should be kept in-house and should be communicated within each other and not with the public and whom they're supposed to be representing. Because these politicians not only represent themselves and what party they're from, but they also represent the citizens in which live in the country, which would be us. And to me, the way that they communicate within each other and with other countries and with news organizations, it gives off a bad image, which creates not even cohesion in our country, but also creates cohesion nationwide, thinking that if we can't communicate well with each other and respect each other's beliefs and understandings, then how are we supposed to deal with a country that has complete different beliefs with us, but we can't even be within ourselves to communicate well with each other? How are we going to communicate well with them? So I think it comes back to respect and the leader stepping up to saying this is enough, and it's time to stop bashing each other, and it's time to move forward and unite each other and communicate well, so that way we can come to a compromise and move on from what needs to be accomplished.